Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Pisces in mid-December 2020. What is going on, Pisces? How are you guys doing? I hope that you are doing well. I always sing to you guys, like, inevitably. I'm turning into a singer, horribly so, when doing Pisces readings. Anyway, Pisces, how's everything? Hopefully, wherever you are in the world right now, you are safe, happy, healthy, and secure. Please continue to take very good care of yourselves and those that you know and love. Pisces, happy holidays to you. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Winter Solstice, whatever you're celebrating, however you're celebrating. If you are getting together with people, please be careful. Please take precautions. But all the same, I hope you have a great holiday season, okay? 2020, it's in the rear view. I'm glad to see it go. Didn't really appreciate how it showed up. Uh, but actually, personally, I don't really have much to complain about, but the energy and just like the vibe of 2020 was not it. So I'm ready for this bad boy to be over, okay? But maybe you feel differently. Maybe you had a great year. Maybe you had a, worse year. But again, no matter what, Pisces, I hope that you're doing okay where you are in this world. And please, again, as much as you can, take care of yourselves. That, includes both what concerns the virus and what does not concern the virus, because we got plenty to deal with besides coronavirus in our lives, right? But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get on with the messages. I might do something for New Year's. I'm not sure. If so, check my channel, check the community page, check me out on Instagram. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna announce it at least like a couple of days before I do it. So be on the lookout for that, okay? Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Pisces, anything you want from me, it is in the description box below. If you want the timestamp, it's down there. Information on how to purchase a personal reading with me is down there as well. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, guess what? I gave you a link. It's down in the description box, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it for Pisces, please. Mid-December messages for Pisces. I'd like to see that now, please. Mid-December messages for Pisces, please show me. No. All right, yeah, okay. In reverse, Wheel of Fortune. Seven of Water, Seven of Cups. And, all right, a mystery. The last card out is the Mother of Fire. All right, so Wheel of Fortune in reverse. That would be... oh gosh, don't blank. Sagittarius energy, or secondary major for Sagittarius. Could be dealing with one. You don't have to be. Seven of Cups, aka Seven of Water in this deck. And the Mother of Fire, aka Queen of Wands. Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Could be dealing with fire sign or not at all. It is a general reading. Pisces, there's possibly an interloping mother, specifically for a few of you, not for everybody, or some person of authority, some person who has a pretty domineering spirit or attitude at this time. And I feel this person is really screwing up your flow in some form or fashion. They're really mucking things up for you. This is how you feel, or this is how you're perceiving the situation, or this is how maybe you're perceiving someone else, because this could be somebody else's storyline and you're just an observer of that. The energies can be flipped all kinds of ways in a general, but it really feels like this person, even if they have good intentions, the way that they're going about things, this Mother of Fire, the way they're conducting themselves, it doesn't feel right. It feels overbearing. It feels overreaching. It feels, in some cases, very volatile or destructive or hurtful. But that's not for everybody. That's not even the majority of the energy. But I want to acknowledge those where that is for sure. If you know somebody is giving you the business and they don't need to, and they're basically being a bitch, that is for you, okay? But that's not for everybody. Because in some cases, somebody means well, but their execution is really poor. Okay, so someone might be giving you advice and they're overstepping their bounds, right? Good intentions when we give advice, but again, it might be unwelcomed, unwarranted, and frankly, the advice just might be bad advice. Okay, so I feel this Mother of Fire has a little bit of an ego on them, fire sign or not. They could be a freaking, Virgo. They could be another Pisces. I don't care who they are, but there's like this, I know better, or there's this sense of, um, they think they know things when they don't know everything. Okay, does that make sense? And that possibly gives you a feeling of confusion with the seven of water in the center there. I feel you might feel overwhelmed when this person, sort of enters the chat, so to speak. And it could literally be that. It could be you have a group message going back and forth amongst work colleagues. You could have a group text in your family or amongst your friends. And then when this person, hold on. Okay, had to sneeze. But when this person enters the chat, so to speak, and they throw their 2 cents in, it's like you or other people just kind of get confused, or you suddenly feel like two things. In some cases, when this person brings themselves into the conversation, into the context, into the situation, you feel burdened. That's for some. Others of you, they bring themselves into the situation, into the conversation, and you become disillusioned, right? Because these camels on this card, they're walking in the desert, and in the background we can presume that that's a mirage, whatever that is, like a couple of foothills or something like that, or who knows what that is. But there's something where maybe someone says things and you can't tell if they're telling the truth, right? So this person could be a known liar, or somebody who says something but then it's like empty promises maybe. um And I feel, Pisces, you're really vexed here, and you're really frustrated because this person means something to you. Mother of fire. They don't have to be specifically your mother or a fire sign, but they have that quality about them where you might look up to them, you might respect them. Again, in some of your cases, you might defer to this person because they kind of carry this attitude or this presence of I know better, or I've seen some shit in my life, so you should listen to my advice. And then when you hear the advice, you're like, that sounds kind of fucking crazy. What? But they're insisting if you follow their rules or if you follow their advice, you're going to be okay. And you're like, that doesn't make any kind of sense. But go ahead, Brenda. Talk yourself. Go ahead. Just say what you want to say. So I feel you indulge this person or you defer to them because, again, you respect them, you care for them, you're connected to them in a significant way. Again, they don't have to be your mother, but it's sort of like that mommy knows best kind of attitude or vibe that you have here. Could be like an older sister or like an older person. They don't have to be female either, so it could be an older gentleman who you respect. And I know a couple of you Pisces throughout my life, and I feel you guys are very respectful of people of authority or people that are older than you. Like, I've yet to meet a Pisces who looks at someone who's older than them or more senior to them and is like, that person doesn't know what they're talking about. Like, your initial reaction that I've seen, that I've observed of Pisces is to think, okay, well, that doesn't sound completely correct, but I'm just gonna be respectful. I'm gonna respectfully nod my head and say, yeah, yeah, oh yeah, oh, I hear you. Even though inside you're like, this is crazy, this is nuts, this does not make any sense. I think something's wrong with Brenda or Steve or whoever, it doesn't matter, And so, but I'm not going to call them out because that would be inappropriate. That would be rude, right? So I feel this vibe coming from this person, and that adds to your Seven of Cups experience or your Seven of Water experience, because if this is a work situation and they are not even necessarily your boss or senior to you, you might be of equal footing within the workplace, but because they've worked there longer, you kind of go with what they say, and that could maybe get you on the hook for something. That could maybe make you look kind of silly or foolish if you follow what they say to do. Does that make sense? So I feel to use a really, cliched and not necessarily fully true phrase here, it's almost like the blind is leading the blind. I'm not trying to insult you or them or anything like that, but it's sort of like that. And I think you're aware, so that's why I'm like, please don't take that too harshly, because I think you're aware. I think you recognize this person to some extent doesn't know what they're doing. They don't know the full extent of what's going on in your situation, because that's the other thing, going back to that initial thing of overbearing. Someone might be sticking their 2 cents in and they don't know the full scope of the situation. So you're kind of like, I don't appreciate you coming in here with any type of advice, Brenda or Steve, because you really don't know anything of what's going on here. You don't know the details here, so you should just STFU. But you're not going to say that, because I feel you're being mostly respectful towards this person, okay? Wheel of Fortune in reverse. For some of you, this feels like like a broken record. Like this person, what they say to you, how they approach you, their mannerisms, their choice of words, their choice of advice. It just feels like heard that a million times before, coming from this person or in similar situations. I think the significance of the Wheel of Fortune is that for you, Pisces, this is a pattern. Either with this specific person or other people, you've been around this block before where, again, you may have been in situations earlier in your life or at different workplaces or in different relationships and connections where you were literally letting people lead you around by the nose or influence you in some type of way or tell you that they knew exactly what you should do. You followed their advice and then you got egg on your face or something like that. Yeah. So this Wheel of Fortune is in reverse because I think you're repeating something either with one specific person or it's patterned into several situations or circumstances and relationships in your life. Yeah. And it's in reverse. And notice also, I read this backwards. You know, not everybody reads, left to right in the world. Some people read right to left, but, as a English speaking person, I read left to right naturally. And I read this way. So this is the trajectory or the unfolding of this story is backwards, right? So that is some type of metaphor or something like that that's meant to signal something to you. This situation is backwards. So maybe that's also, okay, going back to this idea of someone being senior to you, Pisces. Let's take it this way. Pisces, you're at a job, let's say you're like 28 years old and you got hired 5 years ago when you were 23. There's someone who comes in who was hired 2 months ago, or not even 2 months, let's say a whole year ago. They were hired a year ago and they're 45 years old. They technically are not your senior in terms of your job. They have worked there less time than you. They have been a part of this team. They have worked with this particular area or this problem or whatever less than you. But because they are older than you in terms of, years, you kind of are like, well, I don't want to step on their toes. I don't want to offend them, but you actually outrank this person within your job. Does that make sense? So your natural inclination of the older the person is, the more respect I give to them. They're wiser than me. They deserve, whatever accolades and recognition that they receive. It's now backwards in this particular situation in like a work setting because you've been there longer, literally. You know more than them, literally. You have more respect amongst your colleagues, amongst your teammates, amongst your coworkers than this person. But because they throw their weight around perhaps, and because they talk a big game like they know what they're doing, you're kind of like on the fence going, I don't know, maybe Brenda's right. Brenda ain't right, baby. Brenda don't know what she's talking about. Or Steven or whoever, okay? So I feel this Wheel of Fortune, I think you're going to struggle to really, I don't know that you need to put this person in their place, but I think something needs to be firmed up here. I feel this is very permeable energy. It's very fluid. It's very flowy. And if I'm honest, what I'm seeing is like things entering a cell, like a plant cell or animal cell, like in like a biology video, like something comes in and breaks through the cell wall, and that's like a violation. Like God, I hate to say it this way, but because 2020 is what it is. It's like a virus. So this person in some ways is like a virus to you. However they approach or come into the situation, you're not supposed to let that person in. That's what this feels like permeable. It's very fluid. They come in and maybe that's I don't know what, I don't know biologically what would do that, but maybe that's it. So I think, I don't know. Don't quote me because I'm not a biologist, not good at science at all. But it feels like the coming and going, the in and out through this soft barrier is the problem. Because that would ruin the integrity, right? I don't know. I hope you're able to get what I was saying with that, because it's strange how they're showing it to me. Like they're showing me, oh, that would be the repetitive thing. What they're showing me again is like a cell wall, and something comes into the cell, and then like a movie or like a videotape, it rewinds, and then I see them come back in. It rewinds, and then I see them come back in. So maybe, and I mean, Wheel of Fortune is about cycles, and for some of you, you've known this person a long time. Maybe that's what goes on. Maybe they're periodically out of your life, and then they come back into your life. And you prepare, you're like, okay, they're here, all right? Oh, it's holiday times, that could be what's going on. So they come into your life, you deal with them, and then they go away. And then you're not going to deal with them again until the next holiday or the next birthday or the next whatever. And then you wait for them to come in. They do their thing, Brenda, blah, 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 you should do this, you should do that, blah, 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 blah. And then they leave, and you're like, whew. And then in a couple months or a couple weeks, they come back. It's like that. Wheel of Fortune, that's not supposed to be happening for you, Pisces. I gotta let you know in case you didn't know. That's not supposed to be happening. But this person, you allow it, or they think they're allowed to do it. And there needs to be a firm boundary placed, is what this feels like, okay? But let's get some further information on this situation for you, Pisces, so we can be 100% clear, or not 100%, but more clear with what's going on here. So more information regarding the situation for Pisces, please. They really think they know what they're doing. They're very, can I grab that? Oh, I can. They're very, egotistical, this person. Whether they know it or not. Yeah, come here. There we go. No, I dropped it again. There we go. Put this back. So they're very egotistical. They're very, they just really, they really think they know everything, and they don't. It's impossible. Nobody knows everything. Not even Google, technically. Anyway, more information on the situation for Pisces, the Chariot. Let's see if there's anything else. Anything else for Pisces in the situation, please? Yes, there's something else in here. What is it? Show me. Thank you. And the Two of Air. Or excuse me, Two of Air, Two of Earth. Son of Earth in reverse, aka the Knight of Pentacles. That is Earth sign energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be dealing with an Earth sign, but you don't have to be. And then in the middle, we got the Chariot, Major Arcana for Cancer. Could be dealing with, but you don't have to be. And then the Two of Pentacles on the end here. It's not clarifying each individual card, so, but yeah, I think Pisces, you really know you have to do something about this person or this situation, but you're really not confident. I feel with the Son of Earth in reverse, I really feel like you're afraid or tentative or cautious about stepping on toes, making the wrong move. Let's say it that way, making the wrong move. So maybe you're taking longer to devise a plan or what to say to this person or what to say to other people in the situation to kind of preface the long message you're going to send about Brenda. You know, I want everybody to be, you know, it's like you're very careful with how you approach dealing with, you know, quote unquote, Brenda, whoever that is in your life, the mother of fire, whoever Brenda is. I'm just choosing a name. I'm sorry to any Brendas out there. Now, so the Son of Earth, either you're afraid and you're not going to, or you're really extra careful, okay? Because the Son of Earth plots and plans and is focused and has a specific goal in mind, a practical goal in mind. But with this in the reverse, it's either stalled energy or it's completely stuck energy. Either way, hopefully you're still moving forward, even if you're moving slow as molasses. That's still some type of progress. But for some of you, you're absolutely stuck. And in that case, I think it's because you have a deep connection to this person. They're a relative of yours. They're a friend of yours. You might be in a relationship with this person of significance or some type of business connection. So there's just more, you don't want to sour things between you and them, because this isn't an energy. This dynamic that I'm feeling here is not this person means you harm. In some cases they do. Recall in the beginning I did say for some of you, this person is hell on wheels. They're a bitch and they mean it. For many of you though, it's not the case. They don't know that they speak out of turn. They don't know that they overextend themselves and they're overbearing, or that they encroach on your personal space or encroach on personal conversations. They don't know. No one has checked them. And if it's falling to you to be the person to check them, Pisces, I feel you're kind of like, I don't want to do that. Like, why's it gotta be me? Can't this person do it? Can't someone else say something? But I really feel for many of you Pisces, you can do it. Whether or not you have to or it must be you, that I can't know because it's not a personal reading. But it feels like you have the potential to do it. And going back to the work situation, like, ooh, that's very specific, but I've seen this happen in real life. Again, Pisces, you could be in your 20s, in your 30s. You could be the supervisor or the manager on site, right? But this person who's got 10, 20 years on you in terms of biological years, but they're your subordinate. But they talk above you. They go around you. They go above your head. You give orders. You tell people, here's what we're going to do. You disseminate a plan to the team. You send out an email. And then this person comes up behind you and says, okay, Pisces said to do this, but we're actually going to do X, Y, Z. That is insubordination, right? And you can be the person to correct their action in that specific scenario. You are their senior. You are their boss. You are the person who has more knowledge. Maybe you're a specialized person. Maybe you have subject matter expertise and they don't, right? So if you're a safety manager or you're somebody who's on top of quality and they think they know the metrics or they think they know the statistics and what's best for operation within the company, no. Because according to these policies over here that I, Pisces, am the expert on, we cannot do that. Do not listen to Brenda. She crazy. You get me? So you have the possibility to exert that power over this person. But look at that. Look at that scene. You have the ability to exert your power over this person. What is that? A big old piece of machinery, steam rolling through a field, right? So in that scenario, the machine wins, the field loses. Nature, in this case, cannot trump this big old machine. So there's something where power, clout, expertise, experience, notoriety, the support of other people, you have something on your side that you can use to tell Brenda where to go and what to do. But I feel you're like, I don't really want to do that. Two of Pentacles or Two of Earth. I don't really want to do that. I don't want it to come to that. But look what that card says, change. Two of Pentacles is a decision point in traditional tarot depictions. You see a guy and he's like balancing two pentacles in his hands. He's kind of juggling, right? So you can choose what to do. It's a decision point. You can continue to let Brenda do what she does or do what he does. Steve, Brenda, Jamal, whoever it is, it does not matter. Okay. Or you can put, kind of draw a line in the sand and say, no more of this. Professionally, personally, someone who's older than you, someone who's, in your estimation, you believe to be wiser than you, but they prove to be a fool, right? And, don't do anything you're not comfortable with, okay, clearly. But I really feel this person, in some of your cases, especially the work situation, this person can get you into trouble, whether they intend it or not. You might be liable or responsible for certain things that they say or do, and if you don't check this person, you're gonna be on the hook for something, okay? So let's get some advice for you. The two, more about this. Hold on. It's speaking to the corner here. Wheel of Fortune, in some senses, is about growth. It's about expansion, right? It's Jupiter. It's tied to the planet of Jupiter, growth and expansion, where confrontation of a certain type might not be your thing, Pisces. You need to make it your thing. You need to embrace this opportunity to do it because, like I said in the beginning, this has happened before with the same person or similar situations where you have a chance to draw a line in the sand, hold people accountable, tell them, you're speaking out of turn, you're encroaching on a subject that you don't know anything about, you're getting in my personal business, you don't know nothing about that. And before, like I said, with like the visual I saw of like a cell wall, you've allowed people or this same person to permeate and move past your barriers. You have the opportunity, the choice to change that, okay? What is the advice for Pisces regarding this situation, please? What is the advice for Pisces regarding this situation? What is the advice for Pisces? Two of Wands. Change. Look at that. Now, again, this is just a tree in a meadow, and I'm not really inspired by the illustration of the Two of Earth. Like I said, it's just a tree in the meadow. And maybe it's, saying change because of seasonal change. Like maybe, oh, is that what it's showing? Like on this side, it's like winter, but over here it's more like spring, perhaps a little bit because of the grass on the ground. Okay, so maybe that's it. But you become sort of stagnant to taking decisive action with the Two of Wands, aka Two of Fire. In this card, or excuse me, in this deck, it is associated with the word domination. Now, I'm not saying go out there and dominate them, Pisces. I mean, if you want to try and do that, you may do so. That's your life. You do what you want. But I don't think it has to be that strong. But it does become more decisive, and it becomes more action-oriented. Two of Pentacles or Two of Earth is slow to stagnant energy, right? It's that, I don't know what to do. Oh gosh, do I have to be the person to do this? It's like fretting and wondering and pondering and second guessing, right? Two of Wands, not that. Two of Wands is like, okay, Brenda, here's the deal. Going in, and you don't have to embarrass this person. You don't have to call them out in front of other people. This could be, hey Brenda, on Wednesday, I'd like to have a meeting with you at 10 o'clock, okay? Clear your calendar. And you and Brenda go into a little conference room by yourselves or a little private Zoom room where nobody can come and dial into your shit. And you tell Brenda or Steve or whoever what the deal is. Here are the things that I need you to change going forward if we're going to continue to work together. And I mean, it doesn't have to be, like a threat or anything, but it's just like, I want to see these improvements in you. Or, when you said this, someone took you very seriously and they did a bad boneheaded move, and now we have to clean up a mess that your mouth created. So here's the deal. Yeah. It also, I'm really getting like this empowerment feeling off of this. For some of you, when you do that, all that confusion and that burden that was there in the Seven of Cups will disappear. Because you've let this person go on and on and on and not ever question them. Questioning them or even bringing up, hey, do you think that maybe when you said this, you could have said it differently? Doing something to basically confront this person as aggressively as you want, as directly as you want, you'll do it as you choose, I think is going to immediately clear you out and allow the Wheel of Fortune to show up in the upright position and move you forward. Might be a tall order, but that is the message for you, Pisces, okay? Pisces, if you like this message, please hit the like button down below. If it resonated with you, if you found something here that you liked that spoke to you, please feel free to share it in the comments. I love reading your guys' comments. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, friends, please consider subscribing. Why don't you? Pisces, I'll be back in a couple weeks to do your January readings. Again, if you want to get at me for a personal reading, that information is down in the description box below. And again, I might be doing something on New Year's Eve here on the channel. Stay tuned by looking and watching the community tab and my Instagram if you want to see any announcements before I do the thing, whatever I might be doing. It's not even a big deal what I'm thinking about, but, I don't do it, so. Anyway. Thank you so much for watching, Pisces. I really do appreciate it. Take care.